It's getting juicy
What's that?
today.
Howdy.
You're
Hey,
done
Tim.
with this, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Jesus. God.
Let me see if I can find. Oh, let's got him. Okay, go for it, Taylor.
Hey, so this might sound like I'm asking for advice or something on what's unfolding in my personal life, but that's not really what I'm going for. But I am kind of looking to engage with what's coming up as fruitfully as possible.
Okay.
Um, um, I think my mom might be dying. Um, uh, my and my family's like my immediate family's relationship with her is quite complicated because she has struggled with alcohol for pretty much most of her life, amongst other things,
Mm,
and uh, has been what many would describe as very abusive to us, like to my
mm,
brother and I in particular. And I'm really trying to not use too much like judgmental language, but it's very difficult to describe these experiences in a neutral way.
but you're
Uh,
doing great so far.
um, so she had been sober for a few years, and there was some opportunity to sort of rebuild those relationships, very gradually, and for some of us, very tentatively. Um, uh, but it looks like she has started drinking again and has again become uh, like my phone for 3 or 4 days is just constantly blowing up with insults and berating messages and guilt, shame, fear, blame, bribes, um, uh, all
Wow.
kinds of things. Um, uh,
Mm,
Day and night, voicemail, texts, everything.
mm,
And the same has been going on to my brother and cousins and her siblings and things like that. It's pretty painful to see.
mm.
Um, 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 uh, so all this stuff is like unfolding, and obviously we're worried about her, and um, um, we're concerned that her health may also be failing acutely at this moment, but she's refusing medical attention,
Mm,
wellness check, she wouldn't cooperate with or anything like that.
mm.
So of course, like when this stuff comes back up, there's almost a kind of like electric shock kind of energy, just like a small one or something.
Sure.
But I'm not like overwhelmingly affected by like I see the sort of like painful response, the familiar response of, being on the receiving end of those kinds of that kind of behavior.
Sure.
Um, um, but it's not like an overwhelming, distressing experience like it might have been at a different time in my life.
Understandable.
And we also agreed, like, me and the other family members agreed to like be upholding boundaries with her about what's not acceptable to us anymore. Um, uh, and like what's going to happen if she talks to us like that, we're not going to respond and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
Mm,
So I've upheld that boundary as, my other family members also have. And also she might be dying. Like her liver could fail at any moment,
mm.
pretty much. She had the doctors gave her a very limited outlook the last time that I got any news about that. I'm not really sure what my exact question is here, but like the circumstance is presenting, and yes, I have emotional feelings about it, but they're not super potent. Like they kind of come and then they go. And there's some grief there, there's some sadness there, there's some old, pain echoes there, but
Totally.
it's also kind of not like a super big deal in a way.
Yeah.
Um, so I guess like what's going on here and how do I engage with this experience in a way that's fruitful and not just like, you know, pushing it all away or something like that. I don't really feel like that's what's happening, but um uh I guess I just don't want to somehow be avoiding what's here either.
Yeah. I don't think that's happening either, actually. But it's a gradient of how this goes. So there's probably some aspects of things that are feeling challenging to engage with to some degree. When
Yeah.
when you feel that shock, what is that like?
Um, um so now that you mention that, I actually do kind of feel it kind of come in through the hands
Hmm.
and actually like upper thighs. That's sort of
Yeah.
like where it feels and like an energy that kind of just like moves very quickly, like in
Yeah.
and up. It's very fast.
Can I tell you what that reminds me of? Just from
Yeah.
his I was diagnosed with complex PTSD when I was really young. And that for me sounds a lot like the fight or flight response that I would get, which means it's triggering some kind of trauma probably for you.
Yeah. I've also been diagnosed with that, by the way.
And that's where I would feel it, right in my hands and also upper thighs, and then maybe a little bit in the kidneys or on the sides, like some squeezing there. Um,
Okay.
that's okay. Second piece is the emotional tone. What wants to be expressed, that's what it really will come down to. Are you allowing yourself the time to sit with these things as they come up? And look, if you're not, this is not a blame game here. There's no judgment
Oh
because
yeah, I'm not taking it that way.
you learned how to survive in a certain way based on your circumstances. So a lot of those mechanisms are going to come to the surface in all of this. It's okay.
So, um, uh, to me, I feel like there's kind of like two. I do want to say that like a while back, while she was sober, like we went through a lot of healing work and we did a lot of forgiving and stuff like that. Doesn't change the reality of what has happened or what it feels like now, but we did sort of begin to work in that space.
Of course.
Um, um, but to me, like in this moment, it feels like there's kinds of two sides about this. And one is the like triggered response of the abusive behavior. And the other is that like this really could be it for her. Like this could really be the end of her life.
That's right.
Um, 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 uh,
And regardless of your relationship, that hits you in a certain way. There's no way around it.
yeah, sure.
And that's okay. It doesn't, you can hold both simultaneously, if you know what I'm saying to you. Like you can hold that boundary and also hold that sense of my mom is going to die.
Yeah. I guess that was actually kind of like where I was looking at with this is like, I'm holding this boundary saying like, we're not going to engage with you. We're taking this time and this space. That's how it is. Um, um, and this could also be our last moments. That could be the last thing I actually say to her.
I get it. That's hard. What does that feel like, man?
I mean, obviously, a lot of sadness is coming up.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's hard for me is that it's not getting the chance to actually like find out who she really is.
I know, man. I know. You got to allow that to express best you can. It wants to speak, it wants to say something. If it does, allow it. It's not fair.
There's a lot of childhood like emotions, like, my 6, 7, 8, 9-year-old emotions or something like that.
Yeah,
3
man.
maybe.
Of course,
They're still bumming around.
we got to meet it. It doesn't ever go anywhere, but you can meet it. You don't have to abandon it anymore. And on a really human level, I'm sorry you did not get the things you needed when you were a kid, but this is your opportunity to come back into it anyway.
The feeling that's coming forward is that because that I know that she had a really traumatic upbringing,
Yeah.
and she lost her dad um when she was like 6 or something like that. And so she's lived, you know, most of her life without a parent, and
Yeah.
um she's been involved in, some form of substance abuse almost the entire time I've known her, except for like the last 2 years until recently. And I'm realizing that I never really got to have a mom.
No, man. Yeah. Feel that. I got you. I got you. Mhm. Mhm.
I don't even know who I'm missing.
Yeah. Mhm. Good wave. That's a good wave.
Yeah, yeah,
That's good.
I mean, of course there's more. There's going to be more.
Oh yeah.
But the
And
work is essentially to just
that's it.
let this come, let it express, let it move.
Wisdom. That's wisdom. Let it, it's like a lemon, squeeze it dry. When it,
Yeah,
when you feel it coming all the way as deep as you can every time. And we're going to go through a process. I'll just give you the three R's. Rupture, which is the cry, boom, all the way in, all the way in. Regulate, that's when you kind of, the wave seems to subside. Let yourself breathe, whatever. And then reintegrate. And that's how this changes you forever, because it does.
yeah,
You're no longer holding anything. You're no longer repressing anything. And
right. These things are
sometimes,
no longer held apart. Right.
right, sometimes it can feel like an endless well of grief. And I can empathize and sympathize with you very deeply there, but there is a bottom to this.
Yeah.
And I know the circumstances are a little tricky for you now. And I think honestly, just on a human level, you're doing a great job. Hold those boundaries still. Of course, you must. And you're holding both of these experiences simultaneously. And I know that that's a lot.
One thing I'll say is that I'm not afraid. Like fear isn't a part
I
of
know.
this.
I could tell. No, you're just, it's just time. It's just time.
Yeah.
Yep. I see no problems here.
Okay.
Other than, not a problem, but just a reminder, also reach out if you need some affection or connection with human beings too. Like self-advocate also. This doesn't have to be completely alone in like a dark hole. It doesn't have to be.
Sure.
And measure it. Know when you're using it to placate and when you're actually utilizing a way to rebuild so that you can go deeper if that's what's needed. I trust you though. After our session, I have a sense that you have a pretty good intuition in this. So I think you're doing a really good job, my friend. Truly.
Yeah, I can traverse this. I what I mean to say is that I know that there's not an experience that I can have that I can't bear. Like an
Of course.
unbearable experience is a kind of oxymoron.
Yeah. This
So
is
I
integration.
so I know that like however, big the crashing wave may seem to be, I know that Not that it can ultimately be avoided or anything, but I know that I can be with that.
All the way. All the way. And when it feels like it's not very touchable, sometimes it's like that too. Grace. When you feel like you can't really get into it, just something isn't allowing you full access, little grace. It's okay too.
Mm, okay.
It'll be a wild ride as it is.
Yeah.
Let it show you. And as always, I'm here. If I were in person, I'd offer you a big warm hug energetically anyway.
Thank you.
This is an usness, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah. Rupture, regulate, reintegrate. You got this.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you for bringing this to us, my friend.
Deep gratitude.
Glad to hold you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Hmm. Hmm. Francisco.
Hey, John.
Hey.
Hmm. Hmm. My heart's pounding. For a long time, there was someone between Taylor and I. So I was expecting a bit of a gap.
Peekaboo.
Uh, ooh, yeah. Yeah, that last one, Taylor sure really moved me.
Yeah. That's all of us.
Hmm. 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 I'm grappling with some fear of being perceived, and then also the Zoom window is kind of sliding around in my visual field, and it's really trippy. Yeah. Hmm.
There's no one to perceive.
Hmm. Ah. Ah! Ooh, ooh, ugh, ugh. Ugh. Mm. Mm. Oh, 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 oh. Oof. Ugh. Ugh. Oh. Oof. Bleh. Ooh. Ugh. 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 Mm.
What are you feeling right now, my friend?
Mm. Mm. Bubbly,
Hmm.
sweaty,
Hmm.
like grief and relief.
Yes,
Just like the coin just spinning.
as it does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And a little bit of backing away from that, apparently, with the mind.
That's
I was
okay.
thinking about the 3 R's, yeah. And it, a little bit of a safety net pulled me
Hmm.
back.
It's okay. Readiness is
Yeah.
readiness. You know what I mean? This can be
Maybe.
it can be quite soft too. Hmm. So
Mm, yeah.
it,
Yeah.
do you notice the even in the laughter, do you notice the rupture, the regulation, and then the reintegration there too?
Yeah. Yeah. It's like a,
Isn't that interesting? You're basically your body, your system, whatever you want to call it, is showing you
uh,
it doesn't need any help.
mm,
And
fuck.
such a flow emerges, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, like I was asked recently, like, what feels like it gets in my way. And for a long time, I can remember answering that question with some perceived deficiency. And what it is now is just like doubt, like that tricky thing that's like, oh, this is somehow not right, or like
Hmm.
what feels true isn't enough somehow. There has to be some
Sure.
addition or subtraction to that
Sure.
to be enough.
Is in the midst of the experience, like the rupturing, let's say, is that doubt there?
Yeah.
Just curious.
No.
Yeah, it ceases to make sense. So you know the breadcrumbs to follow already.
Oh. Well, uh, there's still this impulse of like, Josh, tell me the cheat code. Like, I wanna skip the good
You're
part.
you're demonstrating the cheat code, man. You're demonstrating.
I know. Oh,
The game Genie is already in.
I know.
That might be a really old
But there's
reference.
like, uh, yeah, I didn't get it. Ugh. And it's not satisfying to the mind, though, is like the
Now you
really
understand.
interesting part about it. Yeah.
Good for you because the
Thank
first
you.
pillar is life is dukkha. Dukkha translates literally to dissatisfaction. It's giving you a hint
Mm,
that this has nothing to do with satisfaction. You are weaning yourself
mm,
off of the mechanics of satisfaction because every time we pursue satisfaction, we're also upholding dissatisfaction. It's a rigged game. So if you're no longer pursuing satisfaction, what now? That's the cheat code. You're demonstrating it
yeah.
real time.
Well, there is like an experiential satisfaction, but it's not
Satisfies itself.
specific.
That's right. It's self-satisfying.
It- yeah, and it's weird because it is like there's a particular quality to it.
There you go. That's the signature. That's all.
Yeah.
That's your true nature. Get to know every angle of
Uh,
that. And I'm just saying, like, there's no stone left unturned here. That doesn't necessarily impart doership. It's just engagement here.
yeah.
Rinse, repeat, rinse, repeat. We never stop. Just a little note.
Oh. I think at one point you described it, or you or Angelo or someone described it as like fractals. Like you zoom in and it just keeps
Yeah. Every time you get close or
going.
at the same distance you began, huh?
Yeah, yeah.
And every time you zoom away, you're the same distance you began.
But also like, how could it end? You know, like
Yeah.
what would be left if it somehow ended?
That's not really what we want. Aliveness is aliveness.
Yeah.
Done. Done means done. Nobody really wants done. That's just a fantasy of the mind. We want to get started. Of
That's yeah, that's the cognitive satisfaction. That's like
course. Yes.
really just a pacifier.
You're doing a really
It's
good
like,
job at describing the nature of dukkha right now because in real
thank
time
you.
we're seeing that it has something to do with achieving something or satisfying a prediction. That's not really how that's not really how our reality functions.
Oh.
Our reality functions like this.
Yeah.
Peekaboo.
Mm. Yeah. And I find myself like connecting to the tragedy that we're collectively so led down the path of fruitlessness.
Yes.
And it's like,
Yes. And And
And there's something mysterious about that too. Like there's no reason for that
nope,
to
part of the
work the
game.
way that it does. Yeah.
It's part of the game.
Oh,
Mm.
thanks, Josh.
Thank you for showing us. Thank you for the peekaboo.
Mm. Welcome.
Ah, thanks, man. All right, let's go, Drew.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, Drew.
Uh, I don't think I really have any question or anything. Basically, just put my hand up to give myself some exposure to that fear that I don't like. Uh, so yeah, I don't know. I don't really have anything else in that.
Where do
Can
you feel
feel
it?
it
Where do you
in my
feel it?
chest right now.
What's it like?
Uh, I don't know. I
Don't worry about accuracy. Just go with the first notion. What's it made out of?
no words come to me for questions like this usually,
It's
other than
okay.
feeling like, yeah,
Is there a way to demonstrate it? With your fingers, can you show me what it feels like?
no. I mean, I'm feeling it for sure, but
I believe you.
I don't have it doesn't come to me how to express it.
Let me ask some questions and maybe you can, if something stands out, just go with that. Does it take a color?
No,
Does it have a kind of a texture to it?
mm, I wouldn't say that. I don't know. Maybe there's some sort of pressure.
Perfect pressure. That's good. Right there. Stay with that acute pressure. Is it isolated to the center or does it feel more diffuse around the chest?
Um, it's, I don't know. I was gonna say the center. Maybe it's spreading out a little bit. I'm feeling it in my throat for sure.
Perfect. And does it have the same quality in your throat?
Uh, yeah,
Pressure.
maybe tighter in my
Okay.
throat.
Tighter. Now, stay in that experience and just watch your swallow mechanism. Something might ask you to swallow and just watch it. And if you do, just notice what happens to the sensation.
Just went,
What happens?
well, when I just swallowed it, just felt it go down to my gut, I guess.
Follow it. What's that like? Is that still a pressure or is it taking a little bit of a different quality?
That's different. It's kind of expanding, swirling.
Perfect. Stay with that. Swirling expansion. Stay with that thoroughly and see if you can ask it to reach its fullest expression. Whatever that is, it'll show you. What does it want to do?
I don't know what it wants to do, but there's some sort of resistance there.
How do you know it's resistance?
It feels like I'm holding something back.
What indicates you're holding something back?
It feels like I'm doing something to stop it, but I don't know what that means exactly.
I love it. Could that be just an assumption or just a thought?
Yeah, certainly could be.
Okay. Keep attention there. Is it still swirling and expanding?
Uh, yeah, kind of gotten some attention going to my head, feeling.
Okay, that's pretty common in this. Don't bring too much attention there. You can have it in both spaces, but definitely keep your finger in that space in the gut. Keep your
Back
finger.
down there, I think.
Yeah. The head sensations can be another form of distraction sometimes. Stay with the gut. You're doing great. Does it take a temperature?
It's, it's pretty warm.
Perfect. Stay with that. And while you're with it, I just want you to notice your breathing pattern. Just notice it. If it changes, notice that. If it stays consistent, notice that. Just stay with the gut, that warmth, and your breathing pattern at the same time. You're doing great. Yeah. I'm seeing some shifts already. Nice. Do you feel your heart beating?
I wasn't before you said that, but
What's the pace of your heartbeat right now?
uh, I don't know. Maybe I'm not feeling it. It doesn't feel like it's going very fast.
That's fine. That's perfect. You're embodying really well right now. Doing great. And while you're here, just kind of practicing this somatic practice, moving into just sensation itself. Every once in a while, I just encourage you to see if you can start to pick up on an emotional tone, if there's any emotional tone at all. Don't have to force it. We're just prodding a little bit and playing. That's all. And you can also ask if it wants to say something. Sometimes a sentence will come up that surprises us. Just the other day, I was working with somebody, and the sentence was, "It's not fair." And they were sitting with that, and that helped them kind of go a little bit deeper into the experience. Just play. You're doing great. What do your hands feel like right now?
Um, I guess a little bit tingly.
Just make note of that. What's standing out in the body again?
But, well, my vision is kind of weird, but
Notice that.
uh,
Stay with that too. What do you notice in the vision? Does it move a little? Is it wobbly? What do you notice?
yeah, yeah, a little bit. I mean, it's I'm not very focused.
Yeah.
My eyes are also slightly watery, so that's messing with it too. But
See if you can notice a correspondence or something that seems to be similar in the visual experience and also the felt experience. Just see if there's a line that separates the two or if they're somehow intersecting.
uh, yeah, there's no line, but I don't know if it necessarily feels like intersecting either.
Where do they seem to come in contact with each other?
It feels like it's in my head.
That's fine. Notice all this aliveness. It's quite a bit. You're doing great. It's just really like this. I know it's a little easier when we're kind of being guided, but what I really want you to come in to just emphasize here is the signature of this kind of experience. It's knowable somehow. It's something obvious about it. Just keep kind of coming into contact with that. And you'll start to see that that somehow is everywhere all the time.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, it's good, man. There were a lot of really subtle shifts that you might not be aware of, which is fine. As you started to become more embodied, your body started to synchronize with that. It was really obvious in your body language, which is it's just good stuff. You don't have to keep track of it. You don't have to manage
Yeah,
it.
all right, yeah, not worried about it, I guess.
Good. Nice. Just gentle recommendation after we kind of move from here. You don't have to let go of what seems to be showing up for you in this moment.
Yeah, I wish I could just sit here when we're done. Got things I gotta do.
That's just a
But yeah,
thought for now. That's just a
yeah,
thought for now.
yeah, yeah.
But I get it. I get it. Appreciate
Um,
you. Thank you.
yeah, thank you.
Thanks for raising that hand, man.
No problem.
All right. Let's go, Drew.
Hmm?
Oh, that was you, Drew.
Yep.
Steven.
Can you hear me, Josh?
Yeah.
Yeah, good. Um, one of the recent satsangs during towards the end, you made the comment, "Can you be accepted without having to earn it?" or something close to that.
Hmm.
That really hit home to me as I thought about it since then. Um, I would answer no. I always feel like I have to be a little bit better to be accepted. And then along on the same lines, during one of Angelo's retreats, during the poem reading uh, part, one of the someone got up and read a poem that basically it said, I'm not nervous or concerned about how you might think my poem is because I'm not a poet. So if you don't think it's good, that's not going to bother me.
Hmm.
And then he said, I am concerned that you will see me and know
Hmm.
me,
Hmm.
and not as a poet, just as a person. And he said and that really hit home to me. Um, just out of nowhere, it slammed me during that retreat. And
Hmm.
I think it's along the same theme there that I don't want to be seen because I feel like maybe I need to be better still, be more, and I won't be accepted um, unless I'm really better. I guess would um, so that's my comment. I don't know any thoughts you might have.
Yeah.
There's so
Well,
much stuff with all this that it's hard to pick something out, but that was a
yeah.
couple themes that hit home for me.
I mean, the first thing that comes to mind is it's, I mean, Stephen, you are extremely easy to see.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Yeah,
We've interacted,
I think I'm hiding, but I'm yeah, I realize that too. That
and the next question, it's just kind of a mind game, but better than what? Compared to what? Better how?
yeah, better than something I was. Right. I know exactly what you're saying, but it, and it doesn't make sense to me, but I feel it.
Yes. Okay. So that's part of the trick here is that the mind, it's like thoughts are a little bit like almost like a virus or a parasite. And I'm not saying this to create like a really terrible connotation with thoughts because thoughts do belong. But what they like to do is they need a host. And what that host tends to be is a sensational experience, something in the feeling space, and then they latch on. And so oftentimes people will really believe that they feel what they're thinking. That's kind of how the thoughts keep propagating. So, for instance, shame, to be really clear, shame is actually not a feeling, it's a thought. The feeling itself is not shame. It's it's comprised of individuated sensational experiences at certain locations in the body. It's like an energetic experience. So when you start to have that sensation, my best pointing for you is to do everything you can to get that to know that sensation without needing the second opinion of thoughts. And I know that's easier said than done. So there's a whole variety of ways we can start to engage with that. But you you actually can't feel worthless, even though that's what the thoughts are telling you. You feel a certain frequency is something that you might not like, and then the thoughts are pairing onto that, maybe giving you a sense of feeling worthless or less than or whatever else.
Yeah, it's not so much a worthlessness feeling as just a feeling to be more, more better. You know, I'm
What
not.
more? What more can you be?
No, yeah,
Can you grow another finger? Can you grow a sixth finger?
yeah, that's all easy to comprehend, but not so easy to, it's still there,
I
even
get
though
it.
I know
How about
it
this?
makes sense.
What in your experience, and don't tell me something you think I want to hear, but let's just see if we can find it. What in your experience is good enough right now? What is good enough as it is?
Um, I guess nothing exceptional, not terrible. I think maybe.
Sure.
Um,
What stands out?
what's
What's good
specific?
enough? I mean, even if you have to go to the physical body, like for instance, the experience of what this seems to be. Does this need to be something other than it is? Does this need to be something better, or is this good enough?
It's good enough.
This is important because the mind is really good at getting us to overlook all of the variety of things that we are actually completely okay with. So
Yeah,
one way to approach this is to start emphasizing the things that you are completely okay with, and it'll start to show you something.
yeah. Okay.
Earlobes, I mean, getting into the physical body can be useful here, but also
Yeah.
in your day-to-day experience, does everything need to be better than it is, or are there things you can accept as they are?
Um, I can accept a lot of things as they are, but
I want you,
I always have the feeling something it should be a little better. There's always
right?
more I can do, and
What
so what it kind of does is it frightens me from taking risks because I don't want to be not better, and it wears me out
I get it.
constantly trying to
Yes.
improve. Yeah.
Does this feel like a risk?
No, this doesn't. Um,
Hmm,
it did the first couple times. Great, really big risks, but
I love it.
the
That's
the group is so accepting, and
mm,
um, I don't feel like I would be that I need to be better. In this environment.
that says something
That,
to me.
that
That somehow it's not showing up in this experience.
right? Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
My next question is, are you willing to examine when that changes and where that seems to change? Because I know intellectually you know that there's a container in this satsang, that there's no threat in that but it's changed because I remember the first time you ever spoke in this environment, it did feel like a risk. That's a good sign, my friend.
Yeah.
Can you examine where it does seem to change, where it does seem to show up where you need to be better? And
Yes, I can examine that, and I don't think I have to look too far either because it
that's
seems like it's
perfect.
everything.
So my only recommendation is whatever it was that brought you to take the risks in this environment that now seem like not a risk, can you take that same approach to the very next thing that shows up and stay with that one breadcrumb at a time and continue engaging that in the same way that you engage this to the point where you're no longer feeling like it's such a risk to speak in this way.
Yes, I can do that.
Just one thing at a time
Yeah.
because you've already proven something that you can do this. So
Right.
now just apply it everywhere as often as you possibly can. And in the meantime, just one thing every day, one thing every moment, one thing. And that will start to keep you engaged on a more profound level for sure.
Yeah. Okay.
I love it.
Well, thank you.
All I see is a man who's diligent in his approach on whatever his path is. And I have an admiration for that. I admire you. It's easy to see you this way.
Yeah, well, thank you. Um,
Of course.
and like I said, this environment is very easy to be myself and not worry about being judged or having to be a little bit more.
That says something to me that if you can do it here, use this as a platform and bring it out into every aspect of your life.
Yeah, right.
Yes, that's it.
Yeah.
Keep swimming.
Okay. Thanks.
Appreciate you.
Yeah, same.
I love, I love
Likewise.
that this isn't a risk for you. I love it. That's, man, transformation.
Yeah, I suppose it is. Yeah.
Take
It's
stock of
kind
that.
of it you know the first thought that comes to my mind or what comes to my mind is it's I've still got myself in the trap because I've done better, than the first time.
That's okay though, because this is a never-ending expansion of experience, really. So it's okay that that
Yeah,
shows up.
yeah,
I just really want you to measure or look at those moments where you are being measured, and for you to see that there's probably something you can engage with to show yourself something. That's really the most powerful and potent way to stay engaged in this way on the path.
yeah.
I love it.
Thanks.
Thanks, man. Nice to see you.
Good to see you.
All right. Well, this was a pretty potent satsang, everyone. And wow, we really got into a whole variety of things this time, and so it's definitely saying something that you know every one of you seems to be in the midst of something that transforming, and that doesn't fall on deaf ears here. So I really don't have a lot to say except thank you all for coming. Thank you all for sharing. Thank you all for demonstrating the courage and all of those qualities that seem to be so crucial along the way. Um, wow, satsang, it just keeps getting juicier, doesn't it? Thank you. I will put up the next one will be next month, probably in about 30 days, but I'll put it up. I'll send you emails and thank you all for your support, for your eyes, for your ears, and just for bringing your most authentic expression to this space. It's so valuable. So I appreciate you very much. And I will leave it going for a while if you guys want to interact and talk to you later.